Good morning, cadets. I am Major Dr. Virendra Arya from 71 UP Battalion NCC here to teach you about waste and waste management. Today's topic is waste and waste management. The aim of the topic is to acquaint the class about wastes, type of wastes, and their management. If we go for details of the terms, waste is any substance which is or it has become worthless or it has become defective and is of no use to the person. He considers it as a waste and he throws it. He or she throws it, assuming that it is a waste. Waste materials usually relate to materials produced by human activity in a broader sense. And the process of waste management is generally taken to reduce their effect on health, environment, or aesthetics of the environment. Waste management refers to the collection, transport, processing, or disposal, managing and monitoring of waste materials. Remember, all waste materials, whether they are solid, liquid, gaseous, radioactive, fall in any category. They all fall in the gamut of waste management. That means we have to manage them. What is a preview of the class? This lecture will be conducted. Part 1, you are going to learn the types of wastes. In part 2, you will be learning disposal and management of waste. Let us go for part 1, types of waste. First type of waste is solid waste, which can be further classified into different types. Number 1, household waste, coming from the household activities, which is generally classified as municipal waste also. Part is industrial waste, solid waste. It is also a type of solid waste. Industry is also producing some solid type of waste, which is hazardous also. Number three, biomedical waste, coming from hospital waste, as it is also known as infectious waste. It is creating infections. Fourth is electronic waste, such as TVs, refrigerators, computers. When they go bad, we just throw them. This is the most highly thinkable problem at present. E-waste. This is also known as e-waste because we are just going to dump it. This is a difficult type of waste to be managed. Next type of waste is liquid waste. This can be further classified into further different types. Liquid, chemical liquids, chemicals released by industries. The chemicals which are released by the industry, they just go to the drains and they get mixed into the soil and the water. Hence, they are polluting the soil and the water of the area. The waste water released by the households also, they also go through the sewer lines or the drains and they get mixed into the pure water. They also going to contaminate or pollute the soil and the water of the area. Next type of waste is radioactive waste. The waste that contain radioactive material. Basically, this waste is coming out of, or it is a byproduct of, nuclear power generation and other applications of nuclear fission or nuclear technologies such as research and medicine. Radioactive waste is hazardous also, and most of the form of life it is hazardous. Not only to human beings, all type of lives it is hazardous. May it be the vegetables, may it be the other human being other than human beings. It is hazardous to all. It is contaminating the environment, and this radioactive waste is regulated by government agencies in order to protect human health and environment. Next is municipal solid waste. Municipal solid waste consists of household waste, construction and demolition debris, sanitation residues, and waste from the streets. This garbage is generated complexes. This waste comprises of organic waste such as vegetable, fruit peels, leftover food stuff, etc. Maybe a paper, maybe cotton, woolen clothes, wood pieces, plastic bags, tin, aluminium, other metal items such as cans, glass bottles. These all come in type of municipal solid waste. Next is hospital or biomedical waste. Hospital waste is generated during the diagnosis, treatment, or immunization of human beings or animals, or in research activities in these fields, or in the production of or biologicals. This is a byproduct of these activities. It may include soiled waste, disposables, anatomical waste, discarded medicines, and chemical waste. These are to be treated very carefully. Next is e-waste, that is known as electronic waste or e-waste as it is popularly called. It is the collective terminology for the entire stream of electronic waste, such as used TVs, which has become defective and we just throw it, refrigerators, telephones, air conditioners, computers, mobile phones. Out of them, TVs, refrigerator, telephones, air conditioner, computers, mobile phones, all are extremely in use nowadays, and they are getting defective, or older versions are just discarded and thrown away as it is. It has become a large garbage of e-waste. Next type of waste, you can say hazardous waste. Sources of hazardous waste mainly include industries like textile, tannery, petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, paint, dye, petroleum, fertilizers, asbestos, caustic soda, inorganic chemicals, and general engineering industries. Such type of industries, hazardous wastes contain heavy metals, cyanides, pesticides, complex aromatic compounds such as PCBs, and other chemicals which are toxic, reactive, corrosive, or have a serious damaging effect on the environment. Next type of waste is chemical waste. Chemical wastes are also are the waste that are made from harmful chemicals which are mostly produced in large factories. Chemical waste may or may not be hazardous. A chemical waste which is hazardous can be solid, liquid, or gaseous and will show hazardous characteristics like toxicity, corrosivity, ignitability, and reactivity. Next type of waste is biodegradable waste. These are the waste that come from our kitchen, and it includes food remains, garden waste, etc. Biodegradable waste is also known as moist waste. This can be composted to obtain manure. Biodegradable wastes decompose themselves over time depending on the material, so they are manageable. Next type of waste is non-biodegradable waste. These are the wastes which include old newspapers, broken glass pieces, plastics, etc. Now biodegradable waste is known as dry waste. Dry waste can be recycled and can be reused. Now, biodegradable waste do not decompose by themselves and hence are major pollutants or in environment. Part 2, that is disposal and management of waste. What the actions one individual can take? Let us in brief know it or just summarize it. First thing we can do is segregation of household waste. That means we have to separate out the household waste. Which type of waste is, we should know every waste, that what we have learned in the previous part, the type of waste we should segregate in accordingly to that. Means which is e-waste, which is biodegradable, which is non-biodegradable, etc. Reduce use of plastic waste. Plastic is the most dangerous thing we are using nowadays because this is non-biodegradable and recyclable to some extent. After that, it becomes unmanageable. Recycle waste should be segregated. That means we have to segregate out which one is recyclable and which is not recyclable. So the recyclable waste should be segregated and disposed of accordingly. We have to recycle it. Keep surrounding of house clean. You have to keep your environment, keep your surroundings, keep your household things neat and clean. Next thing is what you can do is colonies could start composting. Means we have to find out the type of waste which can be converted into compost. So that thing we can do. Next is segregation of household waste. Already we have next is prohibiting littering of street. Because it means we have to control the waste material and we have to put them in place. We should not litter it. We should not unmanageably throw it them. So just control this activity so that it can be disposed in a predefined and thoughtful process. Organize house to house waste collection. We have to make, means this thing can these actions are to be done by the civic bodies, administration. Littering of street, prohibiting littering of street, and organizing house to house waste collection. Next thing civic bodies can do, conducting awareness programs. Civic bodies, administration should conduct some awareness programs about waste management. As this program is running for you, you are coming to this thing, you are knowing what are the ways, how it is to be managed. Such programs and much better programs can be organized by the administration at the root level. provide adequate community storage facilities. So this is the responsibility of civic bodies, that adequate community storage facilities for waste should be provided. Use of color code bins means civic bodies, what they have to do, they have to put bins of different colors, identifying that which bin is for which type of waste, so that segregation can easily be done. Now, transportation of garbage in covered vehicle. This is again the responsibility of civic bodies administration, that they have to transport the waste from the bins out of whatever collection they have found from different areas in a covered vehicle, so that it does not get littered in the streets while transportation. Next action civil administration can do: processing of waste by composting. So whatever they have collected from different areas, they have to bring it. They will find out which is biodegradable. So they will take that material and try to compost it, or anaerobic digestion, or pelletization. Pelletization means making into small pieces and then try to compose them. Upgradation of dump sites. They have, wherever they are dumping this material, civic bodies, administration, they are collecting the garbage from different area and dumping it a particular site. They have to upgrade it into a better developed area, or some garden, or some vegetation is there, so that it just not remains as a dumping ground and it creates a foul smell, etc. So they have to convert it into a proper eco-friendly area. That is upgradation of dumping site. What can be done to the waste? Again, we'll see this. Recycling of waste is the first thing which we have to consider, which will help in processing waste into useful new product. What recycling will do? It will convert the waste into a useful new product or byproduct. It will help in controlling air, water, and land pollution. It uses less energy. Recycling of waste uses normally less energy. Helps in conserving natural resources. Our natural resources will be conserved by doing recycling, and also help in conserving energy. They can be used as a energy generating elements, waste. So by this way we are conserving energy also. Helps in protecting the environment. Automatically, if waste is managed, it will protect the environment in a way, reducing air, water, and soil pollution. Three types of pollution can happen if the waste is not managed. By recycling, we are managing this thing. Number of items that can be recycled are like paper, plastic, glass, etc. Next thing what we can do is decomposition of biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste can be decomposed and converted into organic matter with the help of different processes. Decomposition means chemically converting into a different form. Next thing what can we do is composting. This is the method in which waste can be decomposed. This is another type of decomposition, but it is what we are converting into organic useful matter. So we are converting into organic matter by burying them into the compost pits. There are 4-pit methods or vermicomposting, etc. Many methods are there for composting. We can use anything. The wastes are composed by action of bacteria or fungi. Vermicomposting is another method which involves decomposition of organic matters into fertile manure with the help of red worms. This manure is known as vermicompost. This is the most popular method nowadays we are using. Conclusion is that management of waste is an essential and an inescapable requirement today. we cannot escape from this. We as individuals also have to play our part in handling our household waste and help the government in addressing this major problem. So thank you very much for this lecture. You have patiently listened to it and you must be benefited some ways. Thank you.